Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how biology is integrated with geometry. And the question is, why are the cells are variously shaped? The answer is to perform various functions. So based upon that, let us discuss three important questions. The first question is, what is the shape of the bean? The answer will be, it is kidney shaped. Second question is, what is the shape of the kidney? The answer is, it is bean shaped. Third question is, what is the shape of gourd cell? The answer will be, it is kidney shaped or it is bean shaped. Now, if the question is asked, what is the shape of bean, kidney and gourd cell? Then what is the answer? There is a specific shape to explain this particular shape of the cell or the structure, and this particular shape is known as reniform shape. Means the cell or the structure which is concave on one side and convex on the other side. Let us discuss about the stomatal apparatus which consists of these gourd cells. Stomatal apparatus consists of a stoma, gourd cells and epidermal cells. Let us start the diagram of the structure. This is the stoma. It is bordered by two specialized epidermal cells. These two epidermal cells are called the gourd cells. Means the stomatal aperture is present in between the gourd cells. But the walls of the gourd cells are unevenly thickened. Means the inner wall is thicker whereas the outer wall is thin. So it is to be made thicker. These two gourd cells are surrounded by epidermal cells. So now we will start the epidermal cells which surround the gourd cells. So these epidermal cells are the non-gourd cells. These are part of the stomatal complex or the stomatal apparatus. So these epidermal cells are irregular in shape, whereas the gourd cells are bean shaped. So draw the diagram of the epidermal cells surrounding the gourd cells and count the number of epidermal cells. So in this diagram we are going to draw 6 epidermal cells. There are other cells which surround the epidermal cells. So the structure of the gourd cells are different from the structure and shape of the epidermal cells. Due to this difference, the epidermal cells are also called subsidiary cells. These are also called accessory cells. So these epidermal cells which are called as subsidiary cells, those surround and support the gourd cells because these cells store water and ions. Now let us draw the structure of the nucleus. The gourd cells contain nucleus. Each gourd cell contains one nucleus and a number of chloroplasts. This is the speciality of the guard cells. So chloroplasts are present only in the guard cells, but these chloroplasts are absent in other epidermal cells. And these chloroplasts are considered to be photoreceptors involved in the light induced opening in stomata. Let us label the parts. These are the epidermal cells. Then this is the structure of the guard cell. This is the outer thin wall of the guard cell, that is away from the stoma. This is the inner thick wall of the guard cell, that is close to the stoma. This aperture is the stoma as it is open. So this is the structure of the open stomatal aperture. This is the nucleus. And these are the chloroplasts. So this is the completed figure of stomatal apparatus where the stoma is open. Remember, stoma is the singular term, whereas stomata is the plural term. So in this diagram, the stoma is open. Let us draw the diagram of a closed stomatal apparatus. This is the stoma. It is surrounded by the two guard cells, and as we know, the guard cells are of kidney shaped, or as we have discussed, it is of reniform shape. The inner wall of the guard cell is thick, so it is closed in the night time. So we have to fill the inner part of the guard cells to show the closed stoma. Now we are drawing the outer epidermal cells. Here also we will show the 6 epidermal cells. The epidermal cells are the subsidiary cells which are specialized in structure, irregular in shape, and these are outer to the guard cells. Like the guard cells, the epidermal cells also contain nucleus, but they lack chloroplast. So the epidermis of the leaf contains these guard cells. These are the cells which are present outer to the epidermal cells. Each guard cell contains a nucleus, then a number of chloroplasts, that is the speciality of the guard cells, which help in trapping the sunlight and help in opening of the stomatal aperture. Let us label the parts. These are the epidermal cells which are present outside the guard cells. This is the guard cell. This is the outer thin wall of the guard cell. This is the inner thick wall of the guard cell. This difference in the uneven surface of the outer and inner wall of the guard cell helps in regulating the opening of the stoma with the help of the chloroplast. This is the stoma, but it is closed. Only to show the structure of the stoma, it is shown as if it is partly opened. A narrow gap indicates the presence of the stoma. This is the nucleus. It is the chloroplast. So this is the completed diagram of the stomatal apparatus where the stoma is closed. In dicot plants, the stomata are located in the lower epidermis of the leaves, whereas in case of monocots, the stomata are located both in upper epidermis and lower epidermis of the leaves. In case of dicot leaf, the stomata which are surrounded by the guard cells, these are reniform shaped, but in case of monocots, the stomata that is surrounded by the guard cells, these are dumbbell shaped. As most of the plants are dicot plants, we learned to draw the diagram of the stomatal apparatus in a dicot leaf. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.